Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Janet, the Journal Keeper. Welcome back if this is a return visit. If it's your first visit to my channel, I hope you'll enjoy what you see and consider subscribing, giving me a thumbs up and pressing the little bell which will let you know when I upload a new video. Today, this is just a short item that we're going to make for something that you can attach to a page or an inside cover or a front cover of a journal. It's a cascading page, and this is inspired by Robin Dudley Howes, who is the Artsy Bohemian. I've done mine in this mock-up in autumn colours, but of course you can decorate it any way you like. And it pulls open like this. So inside you could have something here like a notepad or a little notebook, a mini journal. I've made some tiny pockets here. You could make a pocket for a pen. I mean, it's quite small, so I think it's more decorative than anything. But it is quite pretty and it's quite easy to make. So we're going to go through the making, and there is, when Robin made hers, she made a little top, like sort of a house pointed top on hers. I chose not to because the journal, it would have made it sort of stick out from the journal page where I thought I might use this afterwards. So, but I will show you how to do that. Okay, so on we go. You'll need 2 pieces of A4 paper. Now, bearing in mind that this lady is in America, she's using 8.5 by 11 paper. So our A4 size is slightly different. It's not quite 8.5, but not much, and I've made it, so it really didn't make any difference. Now, on her, it's also obviously more than 11. Now, she, in her instructions, it was to be 8.5, so it'll be slightly under 8.5 by 10.5. So she said, oh, we cut off half an inch. Well, obviously, if you're in Europe or England, that'll be a little bit more. So basically the dimensions are 8.5 if you have 8.5 by 10.5. So maybe slightly under if you're using A4, but it could get a bit confusing. So let's just leave it at that. And then you get your scoreboard and you score the page at 4.25, 6.25, and 8.25. Now, I do that on both, and then we'll just start putting them together. You need to then fold them, you need to fold them inwards so you can pull out when you're finished. Same with this one, fold it in this way. And what will happen is that these 2 pieces will be joined together here, and then you've got this. Now, I did find that I had to trim a little bit off here. So, okay, so let's first, before we put it together, and let's just go back to this. Obviously, it's not actually like this when it's finished. It's cut down. So, to cut the diagonal, you would measure 4.5 inches from let me get that right. Yeah, 4.5 inches across from the left. Right, which is here. I'm going to make sure I've got that right. Yeah, 4.5 inches across there, and 2.25 inches up from the bottom. Let me check that I've got that right. No, sorry, 2.5 inches up from the bottom. That's what I'd measured. That's what that's on. So 2.5, make a mark there. 4.5 in from this side, make a mark there. Then draw a line from this mark here to this mark here. And then you can cut each piece. Right, let's do that on this one as well. Four and a half by 2.5. Okay. So then we'll cut okay, now the little thing I mentioned to you that I mentioned to you that yeah, okay, that Robin had done was to put this extra piece in here, so you can use part of this that you've cut off the diagonal to make the sort of like a little roof, I suppose you call it, little top part. So if you cut that on, and then you can attach that gluing, I suppose, really. Yeah, you might need to cut it slightly bigger because you'll have to pull it down and glue it on. So let me try that again. So if I give it a little bit extra. And that gives you extra space to glue that in place, and then you can just trim those edges off and you can decorate that along with it. So that's up to you whether you have to have it plain or with the little top on it like that. So that is an option. Okay, so we've now got this piece here. Right, so the next thing really is to obviously glue them together, and let's get on with that. just slightly under the, up towards the fold, but not right on it. That's it. I noticed on my last video you could hear the cooing of the pigeons. I hadn't heard it picked up before, but it was quite distinct last time. I haven't heard them yet this morning, and I no doubt they'll be around soon. Okay, so let me just move these pieces. Okay, so really all now it's up to you to decide how you're going to decorate it. Now I've decided to do mine in autumn again, because it's coming up to autumn, isn't it? So I think that was I decided to do that. Cut lots of strips. Hope they'll fit. That wonders. My next project will be a Halloween journal using up some of the mini folders, the Tim Holtz mini folders that I had left. Oh, that should take us a couple of weeks. I've done something slightly different with the cover, which you'll see when you watch it. It's a bit thin. So let's do a little bit of cutting. I'm hopeless at cutting straight, but you know, I always keep giving it a go. I hope one day I'll learn to do it properly. I hope you're all well and everybody's getting adjusted to kids being back at school and things like that. We've been busy harvesting off our allotment, which I think I did mention once. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera there. I did mention once that we have an allotment, which is a piece of land that you rent from the government for a very, very low amount. It's just a tiny amount really, and this land is set aside for people to you know, specifically for them to grow produce on. Some you're only allowed to grow vegetables, some you can grow flowers as well. Ours you can, but we haven't haven't got any flowers. This is our first year to do it. I'll say my husband's done most of the work. I was in charge of growing all the seedlings and for planting, and we were quite pleased to find there were fruit trees and raspberry canes on when we got the plot from the previous tenant. So I've been busy stewing apples and freezing them, which keeps them okay. And you can just sort of eat the apples as they are as a dessert, or put them in pies or crumbles or whatever. So, and we've been using tomatoes, making sauce bases, and I've been making some ratatouille, which is kind of like a vegetable stew that freezes well, and you can use up all sorts of vegetables in that. So yes, I said we might need to get a bigger freezer if this is going to carry on. We're actually doing some winter planting at the moment, but it's been a bit of a learning curve. Yep, certainly kept my husband occupied. Not that that was my plan or anything. No, I thought that if he retired finally completely, that he would be interested in keep him interested, give him something to do. So, he hasn't completely retired yet, but if he does, that will certainly keep him busy. Okay, so what else have we got here? It's a pity that's just a bit too short, really. Now we can use it on here. sure. Oh. Oh. Maybe I picked up the wrong piece because that fits. Good. Glue stick seems a bit funny. Too short. Okay. I love these papers. These are a set of autumn digital download papers. I cannot remember where I got them from though, although I could look that up. I know it was on Etsy, so it would be in my purchases. So I'll try to find that because they are really beautiful. We hear the train in the background. You might have heard the train whistle. The steam train that goes along. Well, it's across the river, but it's sort of at the bottom of our garden because we look out over the Severn Valley, and the train line goes along the side of the river. So straighten this up a bit. Okay, so we're nearly done with that side. It's a bit wibbly wobbly. Okay. Okay, so that's that side done, the inside. We've just got to do, okay, we're not going to do this because it's going to be attached to a journal. Obviously, if you're going to have it sort of freestanding and something that you could take out, then you might want to decorate the back, and you might want to put a piece of ribbon on the back, and then that will hold, come around and hold that together. What I did here was I just chose to have the butterfly and the leaf, which sort of held that together. Having said that, if you had something inside like a notebook or notepad, that might pull it out a little bit, so you might need something to hold it securely. Okay. Finish this off. This is another some digital download. Again, I can't really remember where it came from. I will look them up though and put them in the description. I can tell you that this is Artymaze Autumn. You may decide to cut this thing from you know, just one particular kit. And we'll put one here, and then I think we're done as far as that goes. And we can kind of decorate it a little bit. That's finished. The other one. That's that all together. Now we can decorate with some lace, and I've got some autumn some tickets, and let's see. Some little autumn quotations. And I've got a little, I think somebody sent me that and I have them now. I can't remember who, I'm afraid. So thank you to whoever it was. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort out all my papers here. I thought I might put, since that's quite plain, I might put some more things in. Everything I got out. I think autumn breeze and pumpkins being would be nice up there. I probably should have done this first, but it did occur to me about doing some colouring here, inking on the edges. This is a lighter brown, the tea dye. I didn't want a really dark brown. This is a bit hard to keep this in the camera all the time, as I should perhaps my inexperience showing. Now, as I said in this one, I'd put some little pockets, and I'd just put some little leaf dies in there. They're not a huge, hugely useful because they're quite small, but so, I mean, you could just decorate them, or you could just, you know, as I said before, make a pocket for a pen. Just going to look for some lace. Use the PVA for the lace, and going to glue this butterfly onto the leaf, same as I did here on this one. It'll take a little while to dry and then be glued onto there. It'll just be glued onto that side, so it'll open up, but will hold the other side in. So that's not very got some autumn leaf dyes here. These aren't the ones I've done, these are ones I purchased before I had a dye cutting machine. Once I finish, I'll put some weight on that to let that dry. Okay, well, I think I'm going to leave that there. And if you decide you want to have the extra piece on, then you would just glue that, as I said, in place and cover it with paper and just decorate it however you wanted to. You could continue the lace around and decorate it however. I'm going to leave mine flat so it fits into the journal that it's planned for. So, I hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you've been able to see it I hope I've been in camera space and everything. So, thank you very much for watching. And next time will be the beginning of the Halloween project. So I hope you'll return to see that. I hope you'll all stay well and safe. And thank you very much again for watching. And take care. Bye for now.